in the houses where there's a lot of kids, and it seemed like a lot of kids, even us, have been popped in the head so we can get out of the grown-up space.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go get out of here.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Not take the time. Right. Nobody's taking the time to just here, take this punch right here and get over.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know why I got hit.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and it is learned behavior. Yeah, all of that is learned behavior. Yeah. I can go back and say, oh, this is how my grandmother did, my mom did, and what have you. And then you just keep going with it, just keep going from generation to generation, and you still get the same bad results. So I wish I knew more than I did back then when Doniel and Kanisha was coming up, because I was young when I had them, and it was kind of like just trying to keep figuring things out. I had a lot more sense when the last two were coming up, but it was because I was doing everything based on what I seen and how I was raised. So it is learned behavior, but in order to stop patterns, you have to, like Mel was saying, you have to take time with your kids. Mm-hmm. You have to talk to them. You have to be available. When things are coming up and you see them watching something that they shouldn't be watching, you need to stop right there. It's not enough to just say turn it off, or that's not good for you to see. You have to talk to them about it, because like I said, you're not their only influence. They have other influence outside of home, and they see things. I remember my children coming to me, you all come to me and said, well, why we can't do this? Because everybody else is doing it. Well, that wasn't my problem, what everybody else was doing. So my goal was to try to make sure everyone was safe and everyone had what they needed. So, we have to keep conversations going within our households. With people we know. I had a friend that was dealing with the same kind of abuse that I was dealing with. And sometimes we would have a conversation, but neither one of us, the conversation never went to, we got to go. We got to leave. And sometimes you need to be able to tell your friends and the people around you, hey, if you're a guy, you got a friend that's beating on his wife, girlfriend, or whatever, you need to talk to them about it. If you're a woman and you're dealing with abuse, and you need to have somebody that you can talk to, and you need to get out. That's number one, get out. And there are men that are being abused by women that won't fight back, and women are just tearing them up, and they have to live with the fact their friends might be calling them, oh, you a punk, you letting a woman beat on you and whatever, and they have children, and they're saying, I don't want to leave because I have children and what have you. So it goes around, it's everywhere. I would say it's everywhere. So we have to put a stop to it. All right.
That's right. All right.
So thank you for listening, and we'll be back. And thank you all for joining me on today. And you all have a blessed day. And we'll talk to you later.